want to hear a poem.
I want to hear a poem about revolution, about fists raised high and hips twisting in a rumble like a rumba. I want to follow the footsteps of Che and hear the truth about the days that the CIA killed the Mamba.
I want to hear a poem about struggle, so that when I open my mouth, I can step outside myself. I want to listen to no less than the sounds of protest.
In the factories, where workers sweat and make Air Jordans and Pro heads. Because if you want to take shots at people, target Bill Knight and Bill Gates.
Contemplate how they own the products and they got the goods. How they act like they care, but they're just Robin Hoods.
I want to hear a poem where ideas kiss similes so deeply that metaphors get jealous. Where the subjects matter so much that the adjectives start holding pronoun rallies at City Hall. Because I want to hear a poem that attacks the status quo.
That attracts the claps of the pats with the fattest flows. That makes the audience pass the hat and fills my cap with a stack of dough. I want to hear a poem that makes this audience go, whoa!
Because I want to guess your favorite color, then craft rhyme schemes out of thin air.
I want to hear a poem about why the statute of limitations for rape is only 5 years.
I want to hear
A poem.
I want to feel a poem. I want to taste a poem.
Give me your spot on the mic if you want to waste a poem.
I want to hear
A poem. In case you hadn't noticed, it has somehow become uncool to sound like you know what you're talking about.
or believe strongly in what you're saying. Invisible question marks and parenthetical heroes have been attaching themselves to the ends of our sentences. Even if these sentences aren't like questions, you know.
Declarative sentences, so-called because they're used to like declare things to be true, okay? As opposed to other things that are totally like, you know, not, have been infected by a totally hip and tragically cool interrogative tone. You know?
Like, don't think I'm uncool just because I noticed this. This is just like the word on the street, you know?
It's like what I've heard. I have nothing personally but my own opinions, okay?
I'm just inviting you to join me in my uncertainty.
What has happened to our conviction? Where are the limbs out on which we once walked?
Have they been like chopped down with the rest of the rainforest? Or do we have like nothing to say?
Has our society become so like totally, I mean absolutely, you know, that we've gone to the point where it's just like, whatever. And so actually, our disarticulationness is just a clever sort of thing to disguise the fact that we've become the most aggressively inarticulate generation to come along since, you know,
A long, long time ago.
I entreat you, I implore you, I exhort you, I challenge you to speak with conviction.
To say what you believe in a manner that bespeaks the determination with which you believe it.
because contrary to the wisdom of the bumper sticker, it is not enough these days to simply question authority. You have to speak with it, too. I love the smell of new books. A new adventure, a new beginning.
I'm afraid of failure. I'm afraid of disappointing all of the adults in my life. I'm afraid I won't get into a good college. I'm afraid I'll end up in my mom's basement with the spider crickets. I love good grades because I feel like I've earned them. They make me feel like I can be who I think I am.
It was the first day of school. A new school. I was scared and felt like I wasn't going to be accepted for who I was. My dad said to me, why couldn't the pirates go to the movies? Why? Because it was rated ARG. And why was it rated ARG? Because it had too much booty in it. He made me smile, and that day I went off to school feeling like I could do anything. I loved my dad.
I was searching for the perfect piece of advice that would magically make all of my friends' sadness and anxiety just go away. After thinking about it for a little bit, I just looked at him and said, "I just love you so much." After I said that, I saw these little wrinkles form around his eyes that always appear right before he smiles. I haven't seen those in a long time. I love those wrinkles.
57, 58, 59. My teacher said go. Weekend! I'm gonna stay up late and watch TV till my eyes start to water. To take a walk in the nice, cool, fresh air. To see the city light up and scream, I don't care! Hang with my friends and dance till I sweat. To be free and do whatever I can imagine. I love Fridays.
One day, I was playing with my friend, and she told me to go get something. When I came back, I found her playing with my other friends. I went home to my mom, and she told me that everything was going to be okay. I believed her eyes. I loved my mom.
When I was in 7th grade art class, the boy sitting across from me looked me in the eyes and said, "No offense, but I think that you and me are the two fattest people in the grade." I felt hurt, embarrassed, and isolated from my classmates. When I got home, my mom asked, "How was your day at school?" like she does every day. And I completely fell apart. She pulled me in for a schnuck, stroked my hair, and said that everything was going to be okay. She made me feel safe again. I love my mom.
My dad was in the hospital. I had not seen him for a week. It was finally a day I got to see him. I walked into the room and he started to cry. I held his hand and I felt the connection again. I love my dad.
I don't always love hugs, but I do love a meaningful hug. Deep comfort, two connected heartbeats. I feel safe, and I hope they do too. I love meaningful hugs.
I had a secret, and I confided the secret in my cousin. And when she was upset at me, she used it against me. I lost all trust and felt like the only person that I could run to was my mom. And she was the one who wiped my tears and reminded me that family is only supposed to love and support you. I love my mother.
I love.
Introducing the new Apple iPerson.
Boom! Complete with multi-touch and volume control.
Doesn't it feel good to touch?
Doesn't it feel good to touch? My world is so digital that I've forgotten what that feels like.
It used to be hard when friends formed cliques, but now it's even more difficult to connect now that cliques form friends.
But who am I to judge?
I face Facebook more than books face me. Hoping to book face-to-faces, I update my status 420 spaces to prove that I am still breathing. Failure to do this daily means that my whole web wide world will forget that I exist.
Aww.
But with 3,000 friends online, only 5 I can count in real life.
Why wouldn't I spend more time in a world where there are more people that like me?
Wouldn't you? Here, it doesn't matter if I'm an amateur person, as long as I have a profile.
My smile is 50% genuine, 50% genuine HD.
You need Blu-rays to see the lights on my team, but I'm not that focused.
10 tabs open.
Hoping my problems can be resolved with a 1600 or 1700 resolution.
This is a problem with this evolution. Doubled over, we used to sit in treetops till we swung down and stood upright. Then someone slipped a disc. Now we're doubled over at desktops. From the Garden of Eden to the branches of Macintosh, apple picking has always come at a great cost. iPod, ding, iMac, ding, iPhone, ding, iChat, ding.
I can do all these things without making eye contact.
We used to sprint to pick and store blackberries. Now we run to the sprint store to pick blackberries.
It's scary, I can't hear the sound
word.
Or I'm so desperate to feel
That I hope the technology can reverse the universe so the screen can touch me back.
And maybe it will.
When our technology is advanced enough
To make us human again.
Dun.
There ought to be.
A word for the feeling when you just don't know and you don't think you ever will.
There ought to be.
a law that teachers can't give surprise quizzes.
There ought to be.
A law against construction cranes.
There ought to be.
An instant hair growth serum.
There ought to be.
A way for you to harmonize with yourself.
There ought to be.
A way for you to never be late.
There ought to be.
A way to hear a song again for the first time.
There ought to be. A book that tells you your life story. There ought to
A
be.
place you can go if you feel alone, filled with other people who feel the same way, so you can all be alone together.
There ought to be.
A law that protects women's reproductive rights.
There will be bad days.
Be calm.
Loosen your grip. Opening each palm. Slowly now.
Let go.
Be confident.
Know that now is just a moment, and that if today is as bad as it gets, understand that by tomorrow, today will have ended.
Be gracious.
Accept each extended hand offered to pull you back from that someone you cannot escape.
Be diligent. Scrape the gray sky clean. Realize that every dark cloud is a smokescreen meant to blind you from the truth. And the truth is, whether we see them or not, the sun and moon are still there, and always there is light. Be forthright.
Despite your instinct to say, it's alright, I'm okay. Be honest.
Say how you feel without fear or guilt, without remorse or complexity. Be lucid in your explanation.
Be sterling in your oppose.
If you think for just 1 second no one knows what you've been going through, be accepting of the fact that you are wrong, that the long drawn and heavy breaths of despair have at times been felt by everyone, that pain is part of the human condition, and that alone makes you a legion.
We hungry underdogs. We risers with dawn. We dismissers of odd. We blessers of on. We will station ourselves to the calm.
We will hold ourselves to be steady. Be ready, player one. Life will come as you are with hard times and tough choices.
Your voice is your weapon. Your thoughts, ammunition. There are no free extra men.
Be aware that as the instant that passes, it exists now as then. So be a mirror, reflecting yourself back and remembering the times you thought all of this was too hard and that you'd never make it through.
Remember the times you could have pressed quit, but you hit continue.
Be forgiving.
Living with the burden of anger is not living.
Giving your entire focus to wrath will leave yourself absent to what you need. Love and hate are beasts, and the one that grows is the one that you feed.
Be persistent.
Be the weed growing through the cracks in the cement. Beautiful, because it doesn't know that it's not supposed to grow there.
Be resolute.
Declare what you accept as true in a way that envisions the result with which you accept it.
If you're having a good day, be considerate. A simple smile could be the first aid kit that someone has been looking for. If you believe with absolute honesty that you are doing everything you can, do more.
There will be bad days. Moments when the world weighs on you for so long, it leaves you searching for an easy way out. Moments when the drought of joy seems unending. Instances spent pretending that everything is all right, when clearly it is not. Check your blind spot. See that love is still there. Be patient.
Every nightmare has a beginning, but every bad day has an end.
Ignore what others have called you.
I'm calling you friend.
Make us understand the urgency of your crisis.
Silence left to its own devices breeds silence.
So speak and be heard.
One word after the next. Express yourself and put your life into context. If you find that no one is listening, be loud.
Make noise!
Stand in poise and be open.
Hope in these situations is not enough, and you will need someone to lean on. In the unlikely event that you have no one, look again. Everyone is blessed with the ability to listen. The deaf will hear you with their eyes, the blind will see with their hands.
Let your heart fill their newsstand.
Let them read all about it.
Admit to the bad days, the impossible nights.
Listen to the insights of those that have been there but have come back. They'll tell you you can stack misery, you can pack despair, you can even wear your sorrow. But come tomorrow, you must change your clothes.
Everyone knows pain. We are not meant to carry it forever. We were never meant to hold it so closely. So be certain in the belief that what pain belongs to now will belong soon to them.
And when someone asks you, how was your day, realize that for some of us, it's the only way we know how to say,
Be calm. Loosen your grip, opening each palm. Slowly now.
Let
go.